What's up, everybody? It's your boy here, Kevin, at Sirius Inner Temple, where we help shed truth and light on what's being held in the dark. And we help shed the darkness on what's being pushed into the false light. Alright, let's get started. You've already learned a few things. You've learned about grounding. You learned a little bit about magnets. Now you've learned about a little bit about meditation. Now, the whole meditation thing, you see, there's going to be more videos on that. Now, there's many types of things that we do not understand, that we have to understand, and we have to overstand. Now, you see, when growing up as a kid, I've had to face many different types of trials and tribulations. And one of them was belief systems. Now, let's get on that. Now, a lot of people believe that, Jesus is going to come back, save us all, or whatever people believing in their religious doctrines, and they're believing in their Bible and things like that, and whatever, so have you, and all that, things like that, right? And their belief is so strong that to tell them anything different would be like blasphemy to them. Which is not true. There's abundance of information out here. We just have to find out what's real and what's fiction. Alright, now, a lot of people are not aware of this. I might try to find a way to show you a picture right here through the video, that this guy named Jesus there was no individual named Jesus Christ. Okay, Christos meant something completely different. Okay, alright, now Christ, the true Christ, is the Nefer God. The Nefer God is called Osiris. You can actually look them up in the hieroglyphs in Egypt, in Cairo. You can actually search it up and through the Egyptian, you can search it up on Google. A man with green skin being named as the king. As king at that time frame, Pharaoh at that time frame. He is Osiris the Nefer, the true Christ. Okay, he is the Christ. So anytime you're referring to the Christ, you have to look up the first information based on the so-called Christ. Now, when you talk about Jesus, you see, a lot of people don't understand that. Okay, there was an individual in the Greco-Roman Empire. By the way, the word Christ predates Yeshua or Jesus. In fact, it predates them over 400 years. Also, in the Medu-Neter glyph, this is how you would write Nefer, which means goodly, beautiful, and kind. So to say that you have to understand, this is the original Christ. That's the original symbol for the Christ being. Okay? You have to understand. Predate. So if the terminology for Christ being represents the Nefer, and it was well overdone for 400 years before your so-called Jesus Christ, then obviously the Nefer God must be the original Christ. Look at the symbol. The symbol up there for the Medu-Neter glyph is the original Christ symbolic reference. So anytime you talk about Christ, you're really talking about Osiris without even realizing. Isn't that funny? Named, I believe, Bartholomew Isolter. And this individual, I believe, I'm trying to recollect my memory. Could have been another guy, right? This individual decided to create a false god named Serapis. Serapis. And what he did was, he tried to meld Apis, the bull, the bull god of the Egyptian empire. And he also tried to get Osiris, the Nefer god. The god of the underworld, things of this nature, which is really an Elohim. He tried to combine these two. And then what he tried to do is he tried to combine these two to get Serapis. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. When he got Serapis, it was in a way where, you see, around this time frame, a lot of so-called people of Caucasian descent, a lot of people wanted to they wanted to find a way to make people worship them and try to confuse information up, because the Egyptian empire fell due to other things in which people do not know, and I'll get on that soon. Now the guy's name might be a different name. I'll have to search that up and probably give you guys the real name, probably in the description here somewhere. I'll give you the real name around here. I think it's Bartholomew Isolter. But regardless, getting back to the story. Now what happened is, now the rest of the information is exact, so, but what happened is that a lot of people started believing in this Christ individual, and they gave you this false image of a Caucasian man with blue eyes and blonde hair. With some kind of Christ glow around him, trying to come off as the Christ. This is not so. I know it's hard for you to accept, but we have to understand that in order to hide a baby from Greco-Romans that were trying to invade Egypt at that time frame, in order to hide a child like that, you have to either be Negroid or Now, here's where things get strange. A lot of people are under the impression that in these ancient civilizations, when you see these pictures of like a cat being with like a humanoid body structure standing up, or like a dog being like Anubis, for example. People are under the impression that these things did not exist. I have some information for you. These things did exist, okay? And these things are coming from alternate dimensions. Huh? I told you things were going to get pretty interesting on this channel. Now, guess what? These kind of beings did exist. And there were beings that were like humanoid cat beings. If you actually watch an anime called Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, you will actually see a cat-like being with a humanoid stature-like body. And he is actually a god. Right? You see, they put esoteric and they put all kinds of information on your cartoons and novels and books. If you guys are not if you're not going to Cairo, seeing the Egyptian sculptures, the hieroglyphs, you're not reading none of these things, you're fucked. Okay? You've been played. Alright? There's a reason why they're putting things in your foods. I'm going to get on that later on. I told you things were going to get interesting on this channel, didn't I? I know. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is that... See, I lost track. What I'm trying to tell you is this. Is that what you're failing to comprehend is what I'm trying to say is that there was also cat beings. Yes, humanoid entities, extraterrestrial beings in Egypt at the time. Why do you guys think you see UFOs and stuff like that? Okay? I'm getting on that too. Okay? Alright? Now, what I'm trying to tell you is this. Is that what you're failing to understand is that the reason why the Sphinx, the Negroid man, or the very highly dense melanated being known as the black man, which he's not black, he's highly melanated. You know, there's a difference, but I'll get on that at a later time. The reason why the Sphinx, the Egyptian pharaoh's face, is on a cat-like body is because they were paying homage to cat-like beings. Yes, there are different types of beings. Human beings are not the only types that there are in this. How big is this galaxy? Alright, so for you to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about sounds like blasphemy. Because you don't know if there's other species of things that exist in other alternate dimensions. Why do you think they keep showing you television shows with fantasy and things like that? It's because whatever they tell you, that is not. Do the opposite. Anything they tell you is not true, or anything that they try to tell you, oh, this is what it is, this is what it is, this is what it is. Do the opposite. This is Rome, people. This is Babylon. I'm trying to wake you up, bro. I'm really trying hard over here. This is Babylon. Why do you think they want people to mix? They have an agenda. I'll have to get on that too. Alright, now look. What I'm trying to tell you is that this man named Yahushua, Ben Youssef was the real individual that was there at the time with the photon glow around his body. The individual healing people running around. He could only be two things. A Negroid man, much of what I look like, or a humanoid entity that represents a cat-like humanoid being. I need you to really sit down and really think about what the fuck I'm saying to you. Yeah, people. You're being tricked out here. You're being tricked. Okay? I'll tell you something else. This individual, it's been stated in many different religious texts that he was the messenger in this. No, he wasn't the only messenger. There was many different messengers. Y'all still don't get it. Y'all still don't freaking get it. Well, what I'm trying to tell you is that the image was changed from this a so-called darker skinned person through becoming an albino, or the so-called Caucasian of today. I'm gonna have to tweet on that too. I know a lot of information. But what I'm trying to tell you is that a lot of y'all have been fooled to think that this man looks like that and that he did some of those things. Some of those things he actually did do, and some of those things he didn't. He never even bothered to do. Your Bible, yeah, your new James, your new King's Bible, whatever, your Bible, your regular Bible of today, your New Testament, your Old Testament, they're all knockoffs off of the original, and the original, it's no longer with us. That's what y'all don't understand. Y'all think a 6,000-year-old book is gonna tell you what's really going on around here? 6,000 years, around the time frame where the Caucasians were created. There were Caucasians in other time frames, but there wasn't as many as there is now. There's a reason for that too. I'll have to get on that at a later time. But you really believe a 6,000-year-old book is going to give you the right information? Is this what I'm understanding? You guys have to get curious and do your research. Okay? You got to get curious and do your research. I'm not saying I know every freaking thing that pops up, but what I do know, I'm trying to share with you. I'm not going to share everything with you. I'm going to put my life in danger like that. But what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm trying to help you out so you can understand something. Jesus Christ, that person never existed. There was many Jesuses. There was boats, big giant boats called Jesus, and the word Jesus actually means justice. Okay. People talking about that they pay homage to the Star of David. The Star of David. Let's get on that. The Star of David represents the 666. People, the Trinity of spiraling down. Okay? Now why is this? The reason for this is because, you see, if you actually look at the Star of David, it's a 6-pointed star, whatever. So happy, and this star. I believe 6-pointed star, 5, not 6-pointed star. Whatever the case, 6-pointed star, yeah. When you actually measure out the circumference, I mean the perimeter of the star in the area, you get by calculations, you will actually end up getting 666. I forgot how they do it. Probably might show you a picture up here. Might show you a picture up here. I don't know. Might show you a picture. But that the Star of David has nothing to do with the Hebrew people. Those that you used to call Hebrew Israelites. It has nothing to do with them. It is a pentagram. The sign of the so-called Satan or Saturnalia, or the demonic being in which y'all know as Satan. I'm going to have to get on that as well. Because y'all lost. Y'all think y'all know it all, but you don't. You're gonna get mad and be like, oh, who the hell does this guy think he is? I'm an individual that's been studying for years. Okay? I'm shooting off information from the top of my head. I didn't even write any of this down. Alright? So you guys gotta get your shit together. Y'all think that the reality that you're living in is real. I'm trying to warn you. Alright. Alright. And, it's part of the reason why they keep paying homage to the cat in Kemet. Oh, Kemet. Kemet. What was Kemet? Kemet is Egypt. Okay? There was Kemet and then there's Egypt. Okay? They both higher and lower Egypt. That's why you see the pharaoh wearing the red crown with the white part of the crown coming out. It's reference to higher and lower Egypt. I'm gonna have to get on that too, and I'm gonna have to get on some of the dynasties and some of the history that went on in some of these dynasties, because they're trying to lie to you and tell you information that's bullshit, and quite frankly, it's pissing me off. Now, a lot of people are gonna say, how does this guy know all this information? You know, I'm gonna have to get on that too. Alright. Now, this is your boy Osiris in the temple. You can't say that you came here and didn't learn anything. Alright. Peace and love to one and all. Find the closest person you can. Give him a kiss. Give him a hug for me. Tell him I love you. And catch the next video. Most likely next week. I make videos every week. I try to. You know, I'm not perfect. One day I might skip. 1 week I might skip. Alright. Alright, well, I hope this was informative. I hope this was educational. Peace and love to all. Goodbye, everybody. This is your boy, Osiris Entertainment.